Desperate Measures came out back in 2020 as one of the 3 teachable perks for the survivor Felix Richter in Chapter 17, This and Beyond. It serves as a passive healing / unhooking perk that with every injured survivor in the map, it becomes stronger and stronger. While I love this perk and it's one of my personal favorites, sadly it can't compete with other healing perks such as Botany Knowledge or We Will Make It, and here's why is that. Hello everyone, my name is Andrikins and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most underrated perks in Dead by Daylight, Desperate Measures, what it does, why it's underrated, why people prefer other perks instead, and in what ways the perk could be buffed to be as viable as the others. First things first, why the hell did I write first things perks in my notes? Anyway, Desperate Measures functions in a really simple but also unique and interesting way. Basically, for every single survivor that is injured, you gain a 14% stackable speed boost to healing and unhooking. What this means is if one survivor is injured in the match, you gain a 40% increase to healing and unhooking. If 2 are injured, then 28%. For 3, it's 32%. And for all survivors being injured is 56%. Where Desperate Measures shines is when the killer is camping someone on the hook and you need to trade, but because of the faster unhooking, there is a good chance that you save fast enough before the killer is done with the hit animation, and then the person you unhooked can take a hit for you so you get off trade free. But that's like a one niche situation where the perk comes in clutch. Smart killers just wait a little bit before hitting you again. Unfortunately though, this is not nearly enough to make Desperate Measures worth picking. But, right, it also boosts healing speed. Botany Knowledge boosts healing speeds by 50% without any requirements. Will Make It doubles your healing speed for 90 seconds after unhooking someone. Do you see where I'm going with this? The fact that Desperate Measures requires 4 survivors to be injured to be just a 6% stronger than Botany is actually crazy. And with 1 or 2 survivors injured, 14% or 28% is pretty much a nothing, and the faster unhooking is not remotely as useful to make up for it. Even We Will Make It that only activates after unhooking is way better than Desperate Measures. I don't necessarily think that Desperate Measures is a bad perk by any means. It still can be useful, but sadly it's just not as good as some of the other perks that do the same thing, they just do it better. Hell, even Empathic Connection received a buff recently, but I guess it is what it is. Behavior has started to show some love to more mediocre perks recently like Resurgence and Solidarity, so maybe Desperate Measures buff might be on the way. Okay, to conclude this video, let's talk about ways Desperate Measures can be improved to compete with the rest of the perks. I have a few ideas actually. First of all, the easy solution would be to give this perk a haste effect. No, I'm just kidding guys, chill. Even though the idea of giving 1% haste for every injured survivor doesn't sound like such a bad idea now that I think about it. Anyway, my actual buff for the perk is to boost the numbers a little bit. Make the boost for every injured survivor 18% or even 20%. Think about it. 2 injured survivors will be 40% increase, which is still not better than Botany. But it becomes better than Botany when the majority of survivors are injured. For 3, it would be 60%, which is 10% more than Botany, which doesn't make that big of a difference. And with 4 injured survivors, it will be 80%, which is still isn't as fast as We Will Make It, but it's still a great increase. Maybe 20% for every injured survivor might be a little too high, but we'll need to see how it plays out. I personally don't think it will be overpowered. The perk is literally called Desperate Measures, so when it's desperate times, aka when all survivors are injured, the perk should be strong. I hope it doesn't ever get the Thanatophobia treatment, where it's useless unless all 4 survivors are injured. This perk deserves a good buff. Now the other buff would be the haste, I guess. I'm not a big fan of it, and I said it as a joke earlier, but it could actually be a viable buff definitely. If you guys have any other ideas how to buff Desperate Measures, let me know in the comments. I want to thank everyone for watching this short video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. My social sites such as Twitch, TikTok and Discord server will be in the comments down below, and I will see everyone in the next one. Have a good day guys, bye bye.